Teresa Pavlika, TV Fanatic. Thank you both so much for doing this today.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Barry, how does participating in a production like this add to your perspective of the historical events they portray?
It's a learning one. Being Irish and that, it's something that we learn from the textbook growing up in school, and when you get to the States and you meet so many people that had family involved and stuff like that, it becomes very surreal. And not that you haven't took it serious before, but there's definitely a massive weight and respect that's carried.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of the understanding of how young these men were,
Yeah.
and really trying to put yourself into those shoes, and throughout the process, like realizing the privileges that we have nowadays, the technology, the support systems. I think there was a lot of factors when I was like going through boot camp and the process where you really realize how lucky we are in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to be a part of this show, knowing what Band of Brothers and the Pacific have become culturally?
Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure involved, but I always say pressure is good. But also, you got to focus on the material and the part you're playing and the story that you're trying to tell, and not have a banner over it basically, because that can be quite intimidating. But
not draw too many comparisons.
Yeah, and I think the lads made a great place for us and created a great space for us to not feel intimidated and to make it feel like this is our own, and so they've done a great job at that, Stephen.
Yeah, definitely. I think like we could all feel, and from our individual auditions and the process of getting the job, obviously there's that legacy of Band of Brothers and the Pacific and the kind of impact and that's had. And obviously there was that pressure in a positive way, and we wanted to kind of carry on that legacy. But I think once we kind of got into boot camp and got into the filming process, it was its own thing, the Army Air Force, the 100th, it's a very specific story. It's very different to the Band of Brothers in the Pacific in a lot of ways. So I think we wanted to make it our own as well as kind of carry on the legacy, and I think that was really important.
Yeah.
Raff, what was it like going through boot camp, and how did that prepare you for this experience?
It was a wonderful introduction to kind of meet everybody initially and kind of get us all out understanding the drills and bonding in different ways, from like doing the lectures and swapping kind of notes and information to spending time in lunch break kind of working on each other's dialects, doing physical group activities, then splitting off into our smaller groups and the pilots doing kind of like pilot simulators, flying simulators, and me as a mechanic working with the mechanics on different jobs that we would have been doing. And I mean, it was a wonderful experience. Not only were we so excited to start working on this spectacular project, but that in itself was just a really, really great experience, and I'd never really done anything like that before. And I think it really just kind of, set the guys up to, first of all, get to know each other and feel comfortable around each other, but also to just kind of drill us, and everybody really knew their duty and where they fit into the story once we were on set filming. And the cast being so big, some people came in at different points, so having us all together at the beginning, I think, was really vital.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much for your time, and it's an absolutely wonderful show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.